Alright, here we are. Part 4. Game of Thrones, Episode 1. I guess now we're going to be going to my sister.
Your sister can help us.
Yeah.
Although
There's
just
King's
a
Landing.
handmaiden, she has Margaery Tyrell's favor. And Lady Margaery's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
We're going to need you big, sis. You can save our whole family. No pressure. No, just present the case to King Joffrey. I'm sure he'll look at it in a normal way. He's a very just king. Right? Fair, also. Alright, let's see what this is.
Ethan made this for me.
Well, thank you, Ethan. That was very nice of you. What's this?
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Oh, everybody's just sending her stuff.
Essos.
Why? Because it has a coin?
It was very kind of Lady Margaery to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
Can't wait to see Lady Margaery in this game. And... one second. Yeah, I didn't feel like reading that letter. It's probably not important. Dusty old...
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider.
I'm sure it's a New York Times bestseller. Everybody just has gifts.
I hope to see them all someday.
That might be a little bit tough. Well, for Roderick. Ooh, a letter from my mother just sitting out in the broad daylight. I'm gonna go check the window real quick.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Probably not. Didn't look like it ever gets sunny there. Here we go. My letter from mother just sitting in broad daylight.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Margaery to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
She's gonna get me killed. King Joffrey's gonna have my head.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady.
Who is this?
I didn't
You're
mean
a
to
spy.
disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
I have to kill him already.
Later would be best.
Go away.
Of course.
Slam the door right on his face. Because what you got to say ain't important. 'Cause you dirty. Ooh, Lady Margaery. Hello, Lady Margaery.
You're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Even in the video game, she's hot. Alright, what do we got to discuss? Gears of War. I'm recording this day after the Super Bowl, by the way. What a crazy game that was. How did the Seahawks not run the ball at the goal line? Worst play ever. Alright, back to the game.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you.
Lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
My family wrote me, my lady.
Well, I guess I had to tell her, even though I'm going to get
Overcome
beheaded.
with grief.
Have to do it for
You
the
must
house.
Not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
Oh, she called me a traitor?
Full of mirth as
Even
she
though I
said
want
it.
to stick a
I'm not
sword
a
in
traitor.
Joffrey.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Alright, guess we're gonna go meet Queen
See if the
Cersei.
Queen
Or
Regent
Queen
is ready to
Regent.
receive us.
Guess I'm gonna have to kiss her ass too.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Alright, she told me to. So I'll listen. Ain't no thing.
Good luck.
So I had to throw Margaery under the bus. Pledge loyalty to King Joffrey. King Justin Bieber. Gears of War again. I saw the new trailer for the Game of Thrones Season 5 the other day. Man, it looks awesome. I can't wait. Here we go.
You can do this.
Walking down the aisle. Let's see who's all there. See some gold cloaks. See some randos. Alright, this is my type of party. Oh, it's Tyrion!
Ah, Lady Margaery. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
And it's actually the voice of him
Lord
too. That's
Tyrion.
awesome.
Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Gotta kneel.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
If Tyrion, why you
I
gotta
don't
be
care
so
what
smart?
she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Oh, she
They were
knows
the
I'm
wardens of the
full
north.
of it.
We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served.
Uh-oh, I'm failing at my job,
Is your
Cersei.
house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Of course.
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening.
Mm-hmm. I sure would.
Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Margaery here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Man, Cersei's laying into us.
Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Gotta throw her in the bus.
Regrets it.
She told me to.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Why is Tyrion so
Loyalty
awesome?
can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Margaery. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Oh, gotta throw her into the bus.
I'm sure she
Let the
would
girl
just...
answer the question.
Just following orders.
Go on.
Gotta be
My
true to the
loyalties
king.
would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted
Oh.
by a northern girl who thinks
Messed
she
up.
can play
Hit the wrong
games.
button.
Who do you choose?
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants,
Amen.
which is not very encouraging.
You're right, Cersei, but I'm gonna expose you
I'd like a
somehow.
word with you if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I would say I did pretty bad on that. Let's see what Tyrion says to me.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Margaery was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. No doubt Lady Margaery will forgive you. Eventually.
Yo, that was the
My
plan,
sister
dog.
and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters.
Oh, that's my boy. He's gonna
The
hook
crown
me up.
needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
Mira might have to bone Tyrion, but
I
She
suppose
could take
the
a good
crown
pork in
could
for the
be
house.
persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Margaery might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
Thank you, Tyrion.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Oh yeah, I
3
forgot.
beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
I want to live that
Nothing will
Tyrion
make
life.
Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Alright guys, gonna end the episode here, possibly, we'll see. I think so, but if not, there might be a little bit more to this video. Alright, I decided to keep this video going a little bit more because the
Mira,
next
I
part's
was
still in
worried.
King's Landing. So,
How was it?
here's Mira and Lady Margaery's other handmaiden.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Margaery has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Something tells me he doesn't want to be with
told
you.
He has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Margaery could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Margaery well.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as queen of the 7 kingdoms. I
Yeah.
might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Except you'd have to be married to King Joffrey.
Let's see, who else should we marry?
He might shoot you with a crossbow.
Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well,
Tell the
Sarah?
truth. Got to.
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Alright. So,
I'm just glad it's over.
so I guess I did well.
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen. Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you. Do you agree?
Of course. Why not?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear.
I'm gonna
what
kill
Lord
the
Bolton
Boltons,
might do to
so
your
it's
family.
okay.
I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have
See?
been.
I did the right thing.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind.
Gotta drop the letter on her.
Something important.
Gotta save my family.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Here we go.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Alright. Well, I don't want to, but I don't want to lose Lady Margaery's interest, so I guess I had to keep her around.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small
I'm gonna get Lady Margaery struck by
Especially now.
King
I know,
Joffrey.
my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene? Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady.
Oh, shut up.
King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how
I shouldn't
you
even
turned
have
on
let you
Lady
stay here.
Sansa.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
I'll beat up Cersei. Punch her right in the face.
Don't let the Queen bully you.
Yeah,
You have
standing
power
tall.
over him, Lady Margaery, as no one else does. Not even his mother.
I'm playing the Game
Ramsay
of
Snow
Thrones
will
right.
arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Alright, now I'm going to end the episode. There wasn't very much chance for me to talk in that one, but hopefully the next one will be a lot better about having those times. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you for everything.